Snakebite did go through, but it's on default, whereas it is planted to nest. And now comfortably Bleed can play back without worrying anything about. But as you mentioned, that one small turret being broken, the player started rotating, made life difficult. And now looking forward to a retake. A couple of the bullets that crazyguy does receive, but immediately they start backing off. JayH, a brilliant angle through the radiant boxes, finds one, but that's all he gets as HeadHunter puts him down. The brilliant wall from the toxic screen is actually blocking the nest vision, and the defuse is being stuck for how long? Will the toxic screen go down any moment? But in the meantime, they push itself. Wild Oreo and Drax pick one each. Crazyguy will be able to take down the spike diffuser, but that's all it was written, as a spike will be comfortably diffused and Oasis bring back. But look at Coco giving them space rather than kind of committing, waiting for his teammates to get closer. Coco should be able to get one more, but the right click works and Coco is down nonetheless. Wild Oreo with the backstab from his teammates will be able to get one, but Juicy this time is unable to connect that sheriff shot. But wait! I was a little bit too early to call that, and he answers immediately as he picks out Markyyy. He's not stopping. He's popping heads at this point. But it becomes a 1v1 situation. From an anti-eco advantage here, CA, it looks like Oasis have lost almost everything and maybe close to a round, because the Spectre has been picked up from sScary.
Oh, and sScary in these clutch situations is oh so scary, man. It's not a player you want to be against. Shifts himself to Rafter so he can hear Wild Oreo coming in, and the audio cue is going to bring the queen back into play. Can the Empress deliver?
They're getting in, and look at that. Crazyguy has already picked a player from screens, and that's Markyyy. He's not found any value. Viper Spit being committed. Bleed making life even more difficult here for Oasis to find anything, as it's just left to the last two players. One is already backstab, another one is coming on a backstab. HeadHunter, two virulent shots connected, looking for a third, but he gets put down. Now it's all up to Wild Oreo, who's already been spotted. Or wait, is he not? Juicy had the read. The swing comes in. Wild Oreo will be able to take him out. Now it's a 1v2 situation. The resurrection is still there. But look at the positioning coming in.
Most definitely trying with the utility being spammed. But Bleed take their sweet time with it, man. They let the orb run all the way through, and now they're going to be able to get the plant.
Wall up. Plant. But the Hunter Fury comes out to deny that plant. And also tags a player, which makes this a little bit tough in the post plant. 10 seconds on the clock, and Juicy making the right call, but in the meantime they're just spamming right now, not even letting a chance to get that plant, and this round is almost lost. But they should make sure that they don't get the poison cloud up anytime soon. But with the first shot missed, he'll be looking forward to finding something else. But oh, the crossover was caught from Drax. Deryeon does punish him, but that's just one loss for them. They have a huge advantage in this 4v2.
Plant does go down from sScary though. He does have the opportunity now to try and back off play on the post plant with Deryeon left on side. His agents might have switched, but the Frank power most definitely has not. HeadHunter though comes in with the trade, making this a 1v3 for sScary. Now he's pulled off 1v2 in somewhat similar situations against Bleed before, but without any utility, without an orb on the spike themselves. Now on this execute, Oasis with the lockdown, delaying it ever so much further. Bleed, they tried once, they lost the player. They backed off, they tried again, they lose a player once again. Oasis now with a 5v3 man advantage, and Bleed with nowhere to go. You can either walk into the stack over here on this A side or the Viper's pit. It's that either way.
This should be another done round, but again, looking forward to any kind of value. Crazyguy will be the last person, who was actually the first person.
Probably warrant a rotate from Oasis and allow Bleed to push in. And Crazyguy trying to do exactly that, shuts down Wild Oreo, while Bleed simultaneously move into this B side looking for the plant.
All of a sudden, just because of this separation, it looks a little bit difficult, but JayH has been taken on along with that Markyyy. He's not stopping with the operator. Looking forward to going for a backside peek. So hold off.
And at this point, not many options to be able to do. Third, HeadHunter shuts down Deryeon.
At least the wall which was put aggressively towards Snowman has been broken while they were getting a plant. Coco in the meantime from kitchen was trying to find something. Now there is Wild Oreo who's going in for resurrection and making sure nobody contests it. But in the meantime, Juicy is not stopping, but Oreo finds a headshot on that. The Hunter's Fury comes out very early and still finds value, and that's HeadHunter, a huge kill. And Crazy with this counter wall. It might actually work out. And also look at the smoke. Wild Oreo is just taking the defuse. Nobody able to stop him, and he finds that clutch. What a
Look at
team
how
to
they're playing.
rely
They're
on.
waiting, making sure somebody comes early in, and sScary might be able to find a couple of picks. But right now, he is backing off. Rendezvous out is also crazyguy because there's not lot of space left. One person does get detained from bleed, but I think that doesn't matter. And look at it again, going in for the defuse. But this time, they deny Oreo of having that defuse. But look at this, the toxic skin goes down. But what? What is this defuse?
About too many angles and can slow stuff down, but this pistol will act very crucial in whatever goes through.
Forward trap right now from crazyguy to prevent the mid push. But Oasis instantly adapt inside, go towards tube as soon as they realize that trap was placed down. Crazyguy realizing that though comes through and shuts one down. Coco with immediate trade, however, will make sure his team can go through on the rotate. Now JayH having pushed in from A side, he's stuck in a weird position, but still manages to get one frag and his backup comes through. But they have no idea that Coco is behind them. The plant is going down and all of Bleed trying to move in, but all Coco managed to get is a single kill. sScary with the 3k converts this 3-man strong with the Bulldog. Juicy with the Lear trying to look for something, but all he gets is one as Oasis straight back to. They make Bleed pay, they punish them for their aggression.
Juicy super low right now. Drax not letting him run away from his crosses. He does the damage with crazyguy in the meantime. He was trying to find anybody who was lurking, but look at JayH. Ooh, a surprise of his own as he spots 3 players over there. But this time, somehow...
Position known as well as a dream, but a very unlikely chance to pull it off. Looking for damage, finds the first. Just trying to bait for peaks coming through so he can get even more. Taking down
of
quite
value
low,
to trade
but
it out.
Oasis go for that slow shock dart combo, but the slow slightly off placed. They would have been able to trade JayH with that combo if the slow had been appropriately placed. It does not happen. Instead, they walk into the hands of crazyguy, and with the mid push, this time yielding success. At least most of them are. You know, Juicy. He can't wait for too long. He's got that itch he needs to satisfy.
He does. And he's backing off, and he doesn't go too far. He never does that. He never puts his team in a little bit of a difficulty where that opens up an entire side. And now look at Juicy. After taking that 1 kill, playing with the mines, he's still trying to push up. In the meantime, JayH at 410. He's
Just too strong for Oasis to be able to counter, and Drax now stuck in the middle of a pan and the fire. sScary who shuts him down, and Markyyy left on his lonesome trying to save the operator. Will get spammed down.
He's making him unstoppable. Look at this. Wanted to go for a quick one, but they know the idea. But in the meantime, Coco and Markyyy, they do a little bit of a damage, and Juicy somehow managed to get back. He's still looking forward to one. Bring back the round. They're all 5 man, but 2 players are super low. And look at the confidence on JS to contest this and also bring back Juicy alive. He sprays down one, but immediately goes out.
Juicy, hoping he can go beast mode, hoping he can find the animal in himself to put fear into the hearts of Oasis. But Oasis, they're also disciplined. He spots out the hair of one though, pulls off 1 kill, but the time isn't there. Will not.
Yeah. Look at the commitment of Oasis as well to use ultimates to make sure they get the round, even though they had the number advantage. Wild Oreo trying to use ropes and trying to figure something out through the wall. But what has happened? Things are just falling apart now. It's all up to one last player, and he's sticking the defuse. HeadHunter is just trying to spam it, but he's sticking in the defuse. Finally, the recon trying to deny it, but he breaks the recon. HeadHunter has no idea. Himself back to full health, but without a shield. Markyyy. Super close. Founds the barrel, gets 2 players, wanted to find a third. Wild Oreo capitalizes. Oh, goes in for the resurrection without giving sScary any time, and a cheeky defuse this time.
The respect given to sScary in a 1v2. They use the resurrection. They know that this is a player capable of pulling it off. But with the resurrection now coming through and the players playing extremely disciplined. Can be shut down early if he gets aggressive, moves in, finds another frag to get the man advantage for his team. But HeadHunter marking the flank, shuts down Juicy, and suddenly that man advantage nullified. It's really down to Deryeon to make this flank count. He doesn't. It's HeadHunter once again finding both of those flank members, coming up huge for Oasis.
Look at JayH and his teammate pushing up, but JayH is the only one who finds any value, and now he is stuck in a hard place.
place. He's trying to wall off one and trying to win a duel against the other, so it's going to be a very tough battle, especially with the Empress alive, along with the Resurrection as a second chance, but not that much of a great weapon. Juicy still finds the first. The angle from him is always ever so perfect. Gets one. No Resurrection on the other side for Oasis, so they have to make this a 4v5 fight. But Juicy wanted to overextend, but look at this. The arms have been seen, so Juicy will expect. Connects another headshot, and he's not looking for him to stopping there. Drax in the meantime does get one, gets spotted. Juicy looking for him to close on a lot more. One or the other proper reads that players are trying to do this or that, and now it's Drax and Juicy trying to face off. It's all about the timing. If it's Drax who loses his composure, things can go completely south, and he's called in the spike carrier as well, so this timing for the swing is going to be ever so perfect. And Juicy gets one. Now it's all up to Bailorio to run, but he's running right into the guns of their opponent's side, but the wall helps him to get over, cross and get the spike.